Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm making a reaction video on Bill Gates being interviewed by PBS while he's being pressed on his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have a calling to do something to try to wake people up, because I don't know if you guys are living in the same world I'm living in, but it seems like people are are deeply asleep. It feels like, through media, through propaganda, through poor nutrition, through lack of exercise, people's and through the TV, people's impulses have been redirected, and it almost seems like they've been artificially induced in a state of consciousness that resembles sleep. And I believe this was done intentionally by, the elite globalist, super technocratic class that believes the rest of us are superfluous, excess, unnecessary, and we're taking up their resources. And we're gonna, now that the industrial revolution is coming to a turn, they believe in a post-industrial world where we're no longer needed, and machines will do their grunt work, and they'll merge in with machines, and they think they're gonna live forever. But right now, with all these lockdowns, I never thought I'd be living through this. I never believed in conspiracies. I never believed Alex Jones until March 2020, when they said 15 days, and then it turned into like what, we're 2 years now almost. Like, about, they said 15 days to flatten the curve, to lock everything down. Now it's like turned into something so crazy, and it's become so political. They've divided and conquered us through left and right, and the left is honestly tripping. Like, oh my gosh, it seems like it's been hijacked. It's no longer what the true Democrats were really about. But yeah, so what I try to say is I believe we're living under biomedical tyranny, and I don't like how in order to appease the government or to keep your job, we have to take these vaccines. Or it seems like it's gonna get to that point, and then you gotta think, well, who's funding the vaccines? Who's funding vaccine research? Well, Bill Gates is one of those people. And honestly, I believe Bill Gates is kind of like the front man for these globalists, and the true people, the true minds behind it, they're not gonna be out in the public. So I believe Bill Gates is gonna fall soon, but he's kind of like it's a good place to start, to getting these to bring these people to bring them into to bring justice into the world. Like, bring them to court. Like, we're better than them. We don't have to be predatory. We don't have to be cruel to them. Like, I mean, I would like to, but I feel like it'd be way more just to have them rot in prison than to hunt them down and kill them. But if it has to get to that point, it may have to. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So like I said, Bill Gates, he funds vaccine research. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Well, he's been recently divorced from Melinda, because I think Melinda finally found out what he was up to, with Epstein. And he funds the World Health Organization, the WHO, which is like just so much propaganda to get this vaccine, yada yada yada. And he has like with this video is going to show that he definitely has ties with Epstein, who was an evil soul, a pedophile, just demonic fucking creature. And he has ties with the Clintons, Dr. Fauci funds with Peter Daszak, who does research at the Wuhan land, gain of function, who they released the virus. Oh my gosh. So it's just crazy, man. And through this video, you can see his body language. And in psychology, like, there's a coin term, duper's delight. When a sociopath is getting away with a big lie, they almost get joy in it. They're duping you, so they get delight. and you can see it in his cheeks, which I'll point out in the video. But first off, I got to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Alex Jones. He's the one who woke me up. I would recommend listening to him. I'm just like going off his ideas, kind of like improvising like jazz, but a verbal jazz. So yeah, go to Infowars.com or these two URLs that link to the same place. He just has to have multiple ones because they keep censoring them on Twitter. So it's either ban.video or freeworldnews.tv. Okay, now let's get to the video, and I'll riff off of it.
Was reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with...
Pause. You already see he's fidgeting. He's grabbing his ring finger, which is kind of odd because he's been recently divorced. I feel like he probably always relied on his public image of being married to Melinda to cover up his poor character, which is, going to be obviously seen in a few seconds.
People, he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction.
Oh yeah, he really has an interest in global health. I mean, he really has an interest in depopulating the earth. His father, it must be genetic. His father was a eugenicist, funded Planned Parenthood, which is, planted in urban inner city communities to kill minorities. And also too, there's a TED Talk like before COVID hit. A year before, he was predicting a pandemic. Oh yeah, I'm sure he was predicting. I'm sure it wasn't a plandemic. All right, let's continue.
Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continued to meet with him over several years. And that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful. I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy, very proud of the work of the foundation.
All right, pause that, dude. Okay, anyone could have answered that last question better than him. Well, he's dead. Okay, first of all, you guys said, yeah, you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. You never know what people's true intentions are. You never know who's trying to exploit you. And I feel very gullible, and I feel, that was the lesson I learned. But no, he said, well, he's dead. Basically, he feels like he's above the law. He's basically saying, well, you can't catch me if you can. He's... Oh, man. I don't know. That's evidence. You're going to take a vaccine... I don't get it. People aren't even thinking they're not even thinking what they're putting in their body, man. They're just people are just yeah, I got the shot. Oh, I got both shots. People are bragging about it. It's a materialistic. It's like a Gucci headband or a fucking Cuban link necklace. People are tripping, dude. It's all virtue signaling, and they're not people are not treating their body like a temple. They're not even knowing what the ingredients are into this. And mRNA, it alters your genetics. Wow, people are so crazy. Literally, people are like zombies. But yeah, man. He said, yeah. So that was a perfect case of a duper's delight. You could tell he was holding back a laugh, because he knows he was duping us, or duping most people, or I don't know who he was duping, but he wasn't duping me, and. Yeah, I feel like his truth is being brought to light. His day is coming. His day of reckoning is coming. So, yeah, that's all for the video. If you guys stuck around, I'm pretty impressed. Thanks. I'll be making more content. This is my first video, so I know it's pretty rusty. I mean, pretty choppy, pretty crude, but you know, I'll get better over time. Thank you guys. All right, peace.